Good evening. I'm Nancy Pelosi, but my grandchildren call me Mimi. For me, politics is an extension of my role as a mother and as a grandmother. For the Democratic women of the House, our work is not about the next election, but rather the next generation. Working with President Barack Obama, we are committed to reigniting the American dream, the ideal that if you're willing to work hard, play by the rules, and take responsibility, you will have the opportunity to climb the ladder of success. The Democratic women of the House are ready to join President Barack Obama to move America forward.
I'm Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro of Connecticut, and we have work to do. America's women still make just 77 cents for every dollar men earn, and it is even tougher for women of color. Those pennies add up to a real difference to middle-class families who are trying to pay their bills, trying to get ahead, and trying to achieve the American dream. And we are making progress. The Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act to give, yes, the Fair Pay Act to give victims of pay discrimination their day in court was the first bill that President Barack Obama signed into law. Now we want to pass the Paycheck Fairness Act. Real protections to ensure equal pay for equal work. The Democratic women of the House are committed to closing the wage gap for America's families and to move America forward.
I'm Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney from the great, great state of New York. When President Obama made health care a right, not a privilege for all Americans, that was a change that brought hope to millions. Now women are beginning to get the preventive services that they deserve, including birth control. If they get sick or become pregnant, they will not lose their health insurance. And soon, for the very first time, no longer will being a woman be a pre-existing medical condition. Healthy moms mean healthy families. When my Republican colleagues held a hearing about birth control and refused to include one single woman on the first panel as a witness to speak for the concerns of women, I asked, where are the women? Where are the women? Where are the women? Where are they? We're here. Now the women of America are here. And we are on our way to re-elect our president, President Barack Obama. Yay! He's with us, our president. The Democratic women of the House are committed to women's health and to moving America forward with President Obama. Thank you.
Congresswoman Allyson Schwartz of the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Moving America forward means never going backward on America's great promise of health care for our seniors, Medicare. As a daughter who cared for an elderly parent, I know medical care is not optional for our seniors. And we will not let the Republicans end the guarantee of Medicare, which will cost seniors thousands of dollars and endanger the health and retirement security of millions of Americans. Americans have worked for their Medicare. They've paid for their Medicare. And whether you are 65 or 55 or 45 or 35, you have earned your Medicare. Americans deserve the security Medicare provides. President Obama will strengthen and protect Medicare. He already has. And Democrats will make the tough choices, the right choices, to reduce the deficit and preserve Medicare for this generation and for the next. The Democratic women of the House know that a secure retirement moves America forward.
Congresswoman Gwen Moore of Wisconsin. I'm the mother of three and the grandmother of three granddaughters. For our daughters and our granddaughters, I'm working hard to end violence against women. No victim of domestic violence or bullying, man or woman, should feel unprotected in America. Yet, when Democrats acted to strengthen the Violence Against Women Act, Republicans in the House moved to weaken it. In other legislation, they have even tried to change the definition of rape. Vice President Biden wrote the Violence Against Women Act, and he and President Obama and Democrats are standing strong to prevent violence for all. Whether you were born on a reservation or in another country, and whether you love a man or a woman. The Democratic women of the House will fight violence against all Americans to move America forward.
I'm Congresswoman Nydia Velázquez from the great state of New York. Women in business are helping lead the way for America's economic recovery. Nearly 8 million American women own small businesses, the engines of job creation and the backbone of the American economy. And in these tough economic times, they need a level playing field and a fair shot to get ahead. Supporting small businesses means expanding access to credit and supporting investment that will help them grow. Working with President Barack Obama, House Democrats gave entrepreneurial Americans the freedom to pursue their passions, success, and the American dream. The Democratic women of the House know that when women succeed in our economy, we move America forward.
Aloha. I'm Tulsi Gabbard, candidate for Congress in Hawaii and a captain in the Army National Guard. When I stepped down from the state legislature where I served and headed to a war zone, I joined a long, proud line of Americans who sacrificed to make us the land of the free and the home of the brave. As a combat veteran, I know the cost of war. The sacrifices made by our troops and military families are immeasurable. These days, it's often women in uniform, moms, wives, even grandmothers who deploy and leave their families behind. Such heroes and patriots need and deserve leaders who truly understand and care about their hardships and will fight for them. Leaders like President and Michelle Obama and Vice President and Dr. Biden, the strongest advocates our military families could ever have. The Democratic women of the House standing here will honor the service and sacrifice of our troops to move America forward. Aloha, mahalo.
I'm Joyce Beatty, and I'm running for Congress from the great state of Ohio to move America forward. Moving America forward means higher education that's affordable and prepares our young people to lead in the 21st century economy. Moving America forward means affordable health care and equal pay for equal work. And to unleash the power of moms in the economy, it means affordable, quality child care. We will move America forward on behalf of you, your families and communities, your aspirations, your hopes for your children. That's because America's success is dependent on the success of women. Women in education, women in business, women in military and public service. Women will lead us to victory for strong Democratic majorities in Congress. And to re-elect Vice President Joe Biden and President Barack Obama. The Democratic women of the House are ready to move forward.